I am Liza Tiviti Arifin.
So for this mini project, we came up with the idea of making a walk-in bookstore system. So we are going to show a short demonstration on how to use this system as a staff member.
Okay, for addition, this member only used for staff member only. Customer are not allowed to use this system. Okay.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Alright, so it's just another working day for the staff at 3 Shelf Bookstore. She will enter her password, staff ID and password. But let's say she forgot her password and entered the wrong one. An error message will pop up. She tries again for the second time. Another error message. Now, this is the third time. An error message indicating that she has tried 3 times will pop up. Then the form will close. So the staff tries again. So this time she gets it right. When the password is correct, she will then be brought to a selection form. This is when the customer will walk over to the counter. The staff will then ask the customer whether he wants to make a direct payment or register as a member first. Let's say he wants to register as a member. The customer registration form will pop up. The data grid view will show the data that is in the database connected to the system. So the staff will key in the customer name, and the membership ID, which will be provided by the staff. The address, and also his email address. The staff will then click on Save Data. For example, the staff wants to search for a customer's ID. The customer's info will pop out. She can update the customer's information except for the membership ID. It seems like the wrong phone number has been entered, so it is now updated. When the staff wants to update it, a confirmation box asking whether the process wants to be done will pop out. She selects yes. Let's say the staff wants to delete a customer information. Maybe he doesn't want to be a member of this bookstore anymore. So she will search for his ID, her ID, and will delete it by clicking on the delete button. A confirmation box pops up, and you can no longer see the information in the data grid view.
Okay, let's say now the customer wants to do the payment. The staff will click at the payment button, and then the payment form will display. Then the staff will enter the receipt number, and then the staff will choose whether the customer is a member or a non-member. Let's say the customer is a member, then click at the member, and then we'll enter the membership ID. Then the staff will click at the Three Chef Bookstore logo, and then the book selection form will display, and the staff will choose the category that the category of books that customer wants to buy. Let's say the customer wants to buy the magazine, then the staff will click at the magazine. Then all the magazine title that have in the store will display. Then the staff will click the magazine that the customer wants to buy and enter the quantity. And then the staff will click at the save button to save the data in the database, and the data will display at the data grid view. Then the staff will click at the Three Chef Bookstore. As addition, if the staff wants to renew the data, the staff will click at the search button, and then the category and the number of receipt will be enabled, and the search button and the clear button also will be enabled. And if the staff click the category, choose the category, the box will be displayed at the data grid view, and the staff will need to enter the number of receipt to search the customer information. And if the staff want to update, the staff will click at the update button, and the pop-up that shows whether the staff really wants to update will show. And if the staff wants to delete, the staff will click at the delete button. Also, the pop-up will display. This procedure is same as the member registration process. Now, let's continue the payment procedure. The staff will click at the Three Chef Bookstore logo. Then the payment form will display, and the total price will automatically display, and the quantity that the customer buy the book also will be displayed. Then the staff will click at the calculate button, and the member discounted price will calculate automatically and display in the text box. Or same goes to the more than 5 book discount. The GST and the payment also will be displayed. And let's say if the customer is not a member, the member discounted price will display no discount. Okay, now the staff have to save the information at the database, so the staff will click at the save button, and the information will be saved. Then for the final process of this payment, the staff will click at the print receipt, and the receipt will be displayed. There's a receipt number, the book's title, the price and the quantity, the total quantity, the total price before discount and before including GST. And then the member discount, the price will be also displayed, the book discount price, the GST, and also the total payment that the customer will finally pay. Okay, now if the next customer came, the staff will click at the next customer button, and then it will going back at the payment form. And let's say the higher manager wants to see the grand total price, the total book sales, the staff, and then we click at the grand total price. search button, the clear button, the update, delete, all have the same procedure as the member registration button. Okay, let's say the staff wants to means the staff has finished their job and wants to exchange with the other staff. The staff will click at the logout button, and then the home page will be displayed, and the second or the next staff will enter their own staff ID and their own password and click the login button and continue the service.
For this mini project, I did 30% of designing the GUI, 40% of creating the database, and 20% of coding and 70% of the report. So that's all from me.
For this mini project, I've done the 70% GUI, 60% database, 80% coding, and 30% report. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.